after the Nuggets swept the Lakers. It was kind of nice to see Nikola Jokic kind of go to bat for Embiid, a guy who's been taking a lot of shit in social media over the last since our Game 7 loss. He went on his press conference. He said, "People are just mean in saying that Embiid shouldn't have won it. I think he should have won it. I think he was playing, if you watch it, extremely tough basketball through the whole season. He was really amazing." So it's nice to see Jokic speak up for Embiid and, give him a pat on the back there with everyone, especially the talking head, Stephen A. Smith, everyone kind of shitting on Embiid. It was nice to see Jokic have each other's back. And they both have really had each other's back this whole year, always complimenting each other. But the big thing on social media has been with Jokic going to the finals now, it's kind of cementing that Jokic is the premier 5 in the league. He's the premier big man in the league. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys agree that this kind of closes the book on the conversation between Embiid and Jokic now that Jokic has made that step to the finals?
When it matters. If they'd have lost in the second round, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So the biggest difference is winning.
Yep.
So let's just make sure we never forget, let's just not dismiss how important winning and helping your team win and being that catalyst to winning, how important that is. That's to me, that's the difference. Numbers, the talent. I mean, that's how you're used. Joel's never going to be a high assist guy because of the way he's used. He's not used, and it's not his style. Just like I don't think Joker will average 33 points. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they're both very effective in what they do. Both very good players. One team in the finals. So blame whatever we want to blame, but winning matters.
Yeah, I think you have a I mean, so many different parts of this debate, like one-on-one, head up against each other, who has a bigger impact in the game. But when it comes down to it, right now, like right today, it's Joker because he comes up biggest when it matters most. And right now, Embiid comes up really, really small when it matters most. So it's not like Joel had a great series, a great playoffs, but we still lost. He couldn't get us over the hump. Like people were saying about LeBron right now, like, he was great, but he couldn't get them over the hump. He couldn't will his team to victory. It wasn't even like that for Joel, dude. He had a bad playoffs. He had a bad playoff series. So it's a step even lower than that. It wasn't that he couldn't get over it. He couldn't even get to his season average. Couldn't even get close to his regular season average. It's funny. James gets a lot of criticism for this playoffs, right? I think they both do. I just think James gets a lot more because a lot of people think he's on the way out. It's easier to criticize the guy who's going to be off your team soon. But James had 2 epic performances in that series. Like some of his best playoff performances ever in this playoffs. He had some of his worst ones too, but at least he had 2 epic ones. Embiid didn't have anything, really.
Only won 2 games with Joel.
Yeah. I mean, so it's hard. I mean, he got his MVP trophy. That's great. I will say this, though. Denver has a really, really good team. If we go back, we talked about this last year. I loved the KCP deal for them. That was so big.
To me, that was one of the best deals this offseason.
That was so big for them. It gave them another wing defender who could just nail threes. They have a really well.
He was a lottery pick, so he can play, man.
Yeah, yeah. And Barton, Barton wasn't getting minutes on the Wizards for most of this year. On the Wizards, he was hard to get minutes on that team. So they got a guy who
he fit. He's a guy that can defend multiple positions. He can make threes, and he's not a volume guy. He doesn't need to hold the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really the difference between him and Barton. Barton was an ISO guy, one that didn't go one-on-one. And it wasn't a better fit with Jokic and Murray. This is. So it's just a fit. It's not necessarily a knock on Barton. It's just a better fit. And it's a great fit for them. And They had a Wizards team that was looking to go in a different direction, and just a great fit, great move by Denver.
Yeah, they have a really well constructed team. Something we can almost learn from in a way.
But Brown was too.
Brown was great. I couldn't believe they got him. I wanted him.
And he was a free agent. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted him. I was like, dude, they got him for that. It's like, dude, Denver looks incredible. But that's the thing. Every year, Denver is not like one of those. Oh, where do they come from? Every year, people's been saying, oh, Denver's my dark horse to win it all if they just stay healthy. Well, what happened this year? They stayed healthy. All their key guys, because they're a pretty top-heavy team. If you take out, let's say Porter has one of the
7, maybe 8 guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if Porter missed, let's say Porter got injured, they would have been in trouble in the Lakers series. It would have hurt big time.
Yes.
It's just the first year that none of their guys got hurt.
They might not have made it that far.
Yeah, or if Murray did his classic. I mean, I know they had.
But, you can say that about us too. If Tobias or
Totally, yes.
he would have went out. I mean,
well, we did have an injury. We had Embiid getting injured. Our Jokic got injured.
Guys are missing. Like, yeah, God, that has happened. But at the end of the day, our guys played.
Yes. They stayed healthy. They killed it. They have a very well balanced team. A lot of guys on good deals. Porter's got a good deal. Murray's got a pretty good deal for it. They have a really elite scorer in Murray and a bunch of guys that do a few things really, really well. They don't have a lot of one-dimensional players.
Those guys are on good deals because they've been injured with serious injuries.
Yeah.
So, you got them on those deals because of that.
Yeah. Does that mean you want to trade for Lonzo Ball?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm kidding.
Like those guys having injuries kind of kept their values from going through the roof.
But yeah, I just great team, and that's not to take away from Joker, but they have a great team. I'm not. He's not a one man show.
And the Aaron Gordon move a year ago was also a great move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he fit that team. You know what I'm saying? Like that was another move that because Gary Harris and those guys were playing well for them.
Yeah,
when they made that move. Another
injured player gets injured a lot. Gary Harris,
but he brings the size,
being
able to guard these nice wings with size like a LeBron.
Yes, exactly.
Like a Tatum or Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to have to spend time on these guys.
Yeah, if you have a talented team and you're healthy, you should do well, right? If your players show up for you, yeah.
You got a chance.
So,